Hello, my name is Matthew Jones, Maddox Master Gaming, or Maddox Vlogs, and I will be telling you a real-life story that happened in Miami, Florida, just 3 years ago. Now, this story begins with a warning. This story is about a fire that believed happened on the outskirts of Miami. And this fire didn't cause itself. Somebody made the fire. And here's the story. Long ago, me and my friend Jensen went to an old school. It was named biggest elementary school in the outskirts of Miami. And we always got bullied and picked on, but no one ever picks on us anymore. Now, one day when I walked home, my house was on fire. Literally, my mom burning inside, sister in bits. It was a pretty bad time. Now I go to a Christian school out of Miami, and you're just some warrior. Now, one day I was playing video games by myself when my dad told me that we had to go grocery shopping for my mom and sister. So we went and got, the regular stuff, like, cereal, Cheetos, regular stuff like that. Of course, we got meat and ketchup and mustard. Now, we needed to do a lot of shopping. And then all of a sudden, when we were walking out of the store, we saw an ambulance and 3 fire trucks going in our house's direction. My dad told me to brush it off and continue shopping. So we did just that. No, I know I said that we went out of the store, but we went back in. We just need to get a pumpkin for Halloween, which was right around the corner. So we continued shopping, and got oats and grains for some oatmeal, bananas, fruits, grapes, stuff like that. So when we finished, we went over to our friend Jen's house, an old elderly lady who was in her mid-70s, and we talked for a while with them, and then we went home. And while we were going home, we saw flashing lights in our driveway. We saw smoke in the air and fire going down the street. We didn't know if that was our neighbor's house, our friend's house, or our house. And my dad was scared to death. He was literally going 130 on the neighborhood street. Now, he did some sort of drift around the corner just to see what happened. And we knew it. Our house was burning to crisps. My dad hopped out of the car right when we pulled aside to the fire truck. He first asked what started the fire, and they said no one knew. And my dad immediately jumped out over the fence and smashed the window. He went inside, and for about 5 minutes, he didn't come out. I was scared to death. I wanted to hop out and go find him in our house, but I know that wasn't the right choice. And then, about 15 minutes later, my dad came out, having a burnt arm, and his face all smeared with smoke and ash. He told me to get out of the car, and hide and get behind the truck. And it took about 2 hours for the fire to go out. And so my dad came over while I was playing on my iPhone, some Flappy Bird, the new game, you know. And so my dad got me up and told me what he saw. Sister burnt to crisp, burnt into little bits. Mom, nowhere to be found. He said that he didn't go in the backyard. He just looked in the house and got out. And third, he was crying. I tried cheering him up, but I was crying too, because I didn't know what to do. My family was broken apart now. My mom might have been dead. My sister's burnt to crisp. She was my only friend to play with on my old Game Boy. And transfer, Pokemon and play games on my Game Boy. I was crying now. And I actually walked away from my dad when he told me to come talk with me. Now we moved into an apartment building. And you know how I said my friend people bullied me? Well, not anymore. They just patted me on the back and said, "Come on, dude, cheer up." But I can never cheer up. There was darkness on my side now. A whole bunch of it. Only probably 16% was happiness. Felt like I wanted to commit suicide. But from then on, I just continued being on the dark side. And about 5 months later, my mom was found behind a tree, buried under the tree in my backyard. And they found out about 6 months after that the killer was our next door neighbor. And apparently my neighbor and my mom have been having some issues lately about rent, deciding who's gonna pay the rent, and didn't work out. Apparently, that's all I heard. I don't think that's right, though. I think the neighbor did it for something else. He's sentenced to 80 years in prison. From then on, I just keep my mouth shut. The end.